Reef DVM's coming at you with an easy way to make half and half with a cream separator. I know a lot of people use cream separators to pull all the cream or most of the cream off the milk, and then henceforth they've got a real thick, like heavy cream or a whipping cream. Here I'm just going to take my cream separator and quick put it together, and we're going to show you how you make half and half. And the simple thing is right here, this part that I'm putting on, just kind of make sure it lines up. It's a touchiest little devil. Once you line this up, there's a little set screw on it. Turn it about another half a turn from where you would make your cream, okay, out, or in this case in, I guess, depending on want to think about it, so that you're going to not make as heavy of a cream. So typically when you make like a whipping cream, you're pushing, probably close to 30 to 38%. When you make half and half, you're looking for that 12 to 15 percent. You're in that lower grade of amount of cream to milk. Remember, it's half cream, half milk. And you can certainly make your cream and then add milk back into it, but that's kind of a pain. So what we basically do is we take our milk. In this case, we're going to use some goat milk. We're going to put it on the stove. We're going to heat it up to about, I think about 95, 96. We're not always perfect on it. You don't want to go too hot. Some people say they go up well into the hundreds. You can, but if you get anywhere near 110, you could burn your milk. Because this milk's natural. It's got all the enzymes, all the milk fat in it, everything. So take your goat's milk you bought from the fresh off the farm, or you milk from your goats, or even your dairy milk. Put it in there, warm it up. Obviously, you don't have to warm this up if it came right out of the animal, but this came out of our fridge. And then we're going to make some half and half that we use for some cooking recipes. We use it for coffee and stuff like that. The one thing nice about half and half is that you get like twice the volume out of the machine than when you make your heavy cream out of this machine. So if I pour probably, I don't know, at least a gallon in here of milk, and I make my heavy cream, which is more along the lines of like heavy whipping cream and stuff, 1 gallon will probably give me about a cup of that thick, heavy cream. But if I turn this, and thin it about at least a half a turn and then run the cream separator, I'm probably going to get probably a good couple cups of half and half. So you double your production because you're skimming the cream off, but you're also allowing some milk to come through. And that's how we do it. So this is the process. It really doesn't take long, folks. I think it took us about maybe number 4 on the stove to heat that gallon up. Probably took us 3 or 4 minutes. To set the creamer up, as you saw, probably took a minute or so to set up. It'll probably take longer to wash the creamer. It'll probably take 3 or 4 minutes to wash and dry all the creamer parts. But either way, it works great. The process of actually separating the cream with one of these things is pretty easy. You end up with cream on the smaller bowler of red, and you end up with, I wouldn't call it a skim milk, but at least like a 1% kind of milk, especially when you're using goat. And we're going to take that and we'll just freeze that. Sometimes that milk comes out a little frothy, like it got whipped a little bit from the centrifuge of the machine. Don't let that alarm you, folks. If you let it sit in your fridge for about 3-4 hours, that froth goes right back down into the milk. Tastes absolutely normal, and it shouldn't stress you a bit. Again, you can see the bowls filling up. You're getting much more milk than you are half and half, but it's an easy way to do it. So then basically what we can get out of the milk is we can have whole goat's milk, we can have half and half, we can have our heavy cream, which we can use for butter and buttermilk, and or we've got whipping cream out of it. And then on top of it, when you do this, you've kind of got about probably 1% milk that you get to drink. It's not really a skim. I tasted that, tastes fine. Now I'll show you the cream. And again, a lot of people, when they get done, they've got something that you can almost stand a spoon up in, but that's, heavy cream. This is half and half. It's light, it's fluffy, it just runs right off the spoon. It's really nice and easy to work with, and it'll work great for coffees and a lot of cooking recipes where you don't want that thick, heavy cream. That's how we do it, folks. And then basically what we're going to do is we're gonna, bag up the milk. We have plenty of milk in the fridge right now. We're in milking right now, so we have plenty of milk. So we're gonna freeze this up. We're just double bag it and put it in the freezer, and we'll drink this later on when we need to. It thaws out beautifully. And the cream, it'll just go into one of these glass jars that's on the right hand of the screen here and get labeled up and stuck in the fridge and used over about the next week or so. And it does fantastic for things we want. And then, of course, we'll take apart the cream separator and just clean it up. That's the process for us, folks. It works great on the farm. I hope you enjoyed watching the video on how we make our half and half and how easy it is to do. Just turn back that cream separator a little bit, thin it out, and you get some great half and half. Please like and subscribe and follow us, and we'll keep putting out great videos like this.